Good evening, friends. I'm going to make my first try at recording a video newsletter. I have not done this before, but I figure it's worth a try, right? I'm going to begin by sharing my screen with you. I'm kind of a rookie at this, but I'm pretty sure if I can do it, you can do it. And we'll see what happens here. So there's the screen I'm sharing. I hope you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing. First of all, I want to talk about if you can use free conference call, you can host a meeting. You don't have to have anybody else attend, just yourself. You host the meeting. First of all, you start the video, then you click to record, and then you share your screen. And that's all it takes to get started. So a couple things I want to cover in this newsletter. I want to try to keep it short and sweet. I talk kind of slow, so if you are watching this with YouTube, you go down to the little wheel in the corner and speed it up to 1 1/4, 1.5 times speed. That might be a good idea. It might seem less boring if it seems like I'm talking faster. First point I want to talk about is I want to encourage each of you, if you are not currently active on the DC Forum channel in the Indiana Slack space, please get on that, sign into the DC Forum and just say hi. This is meant for district captains to share ideas, get encouragement from one another, and share ideas. Next year we're looking at beginning a DC district captain mentoring program whereby new district captains will be mentored by somebody who's already a district captain. You're all already district captains, but if you need pointers on something, you need some training on something, some help on something, please get on that DC forum. Just post your questions. Somebody will answer it. Somebody will help you out. We have people who've done all kinds of things, gun shows, parades, spoken at town halls, hosted town halls, spoken at other people's meetings like the Tea Party groups, and various other groups. People have been on the radio, done all kinds of things. So the information's out there. We can help you learn how to do it. We can help you learn how to get a meeting with your legislator, all those things. You can just post your question, whatever you need help with, in the DC forum, and other district captains can share their wisdom with you. Second point I want to talk about is I want to encourage you to all contact volunteers. Pretty simple. I've got my district dashboard open here. I've opened it to a lower house district that we don't have anybody in. If you're not familiar with how to get rid of the columns, again, click the little plus sign. I take out columns that I don't need to see. I don't need to see state. I don't need to see upper district. I don't need to know about their zip code. I usually like to know what city they're in. I don't really need their email address. I don't need their phone number, because when I click their name, I'm going to get that information that I need. So I always put in a volunteer, make sure I'm in the yes here, and because I want to see who's volunteered. I often click this created at and sort this column so that I have the newest people at the top. I want to contact people who've newly volunteered. People who volunteered 5 years ago, if they haven't been active and you've never contacted them, it's probably not a lot real productive to contact them now. Contact people who've just signed up. And when I contact people, here's what I do. I call them up and I say, hi, my name's Gary Harbaugh. I'm a volunteer with the Convention of States Project. I want to thank you for signing our petition. How are you this evening? And try to get them engaged in conversation. I never tell them that I'm anything other than a volunteer. If you're, no matter what your title is, it's not going to mean anything to them. So I always just tell them I'm a volunteer with the Convention of States Project. How are you? And I usually find people very receptive to talk, particularly if they've somebody who signed recently, because they're going to remember they signed and they're going to be impressed that they said they'd volunteer, and here you are calling them up. Then I ask them, thank them for volunteering. Say, I see you indicated you might be open to being a volunteer. Tell me what you had in mind when you indicated a volunteer. And great way to get them talking, find out what they're interested in doing. If you have something coming up, like a gun show, great opportunity to say, hey, would you be interested in volunteering for a couple hours at the upcoming gun show? If they don't want to do that, maybe they want to make phone calls. Maybe they're interested in meeting their legislator, and when you go to meet your legislator, you can take them with you. All kinds of things that you can do. Another thing I really encourage you to do, if they seem open to it, ask them to meet you for a cup of coffee. There's no better way to build a volunteer relationship than by getting face-to-face with people. Get acquainted with them. Find out about their family, their friends, things like that. So call your volunteers. Get acquainted with them. When you want to do something like a parade or a gun show or something where you need help, you can't do everything yourself, this is how you get volunteers who will help you. Because once they've met you face-to-face, shaken your hand, broken bread with you, had a cup of coffee with you, they're going to be much more likely to say, yeah, I'll volunteer, I'll help you out. They find out you're a real person. They find out you're just a volunteer. You're not somebody who's calling them to ask for money. They're probably going to be willing to help you, and that's what you want to do. You want to build a team of people who are willing to come out and help you with your two objectives for the year, which are building a relationship with your legislator and building the grassroots. Great way to build the grassroots. Really, that's about all I wanted to cover in this newsletter tonight. If you have questions, contact me. I can help you, and other volunteers district captains and so forth, we're here to help each other. The whole state team is here to help you, and I want to thank you for watching this newsletter, and I hope that you will create one yourself and send it to the volunteers in your district, and take those steps to get acquainted with them. So in any case, I want to thank you guys for all you do for Convention Estates, and encourage you to keep on keeping on, because we are going to succeed, because we will never stop until we get that convention called. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to seeing you face to face or seeing you at a free conference call in the future. Bye now.